Literacy Partners was created almost 40 years ago to better address the scope of the adult illiteracy problem in New York City. At that time, the approach to this monumental task was focused on one-to-one tutoring. Literacy Partners was based on the idea that we could reach more people in need by offering a group educational setting. Our founders believed that with better tutor training, a larger core of volunteers under the direction of an education staff, and community-based learning centers, Literacy Partners could make a greater impact on solving the problem. Today, we educate approximately 2,000 students per year through a growing curriculum that includes adult basic education, GED, English for speakers of other language classes, and a combination of family, financial, and health literacy services. We do all of this for free at 8 well-established community learning centers. Instruction is provided by credentialed teachers who are supported by over 150 enthusiastic, highly trained volunteers. There are 3.7 million people in New York City that read below the 5th grade level, including over 1 million New Yorkers who can't read at all. Our central objective is to bring literacy services to these individuals and families. In the short term, that means focusing on having a strong neighborhood presence in communities where the need is the greatest. We provide an accessible, open environment where our students can achieve their highest potential. Our programs help students become capable and committed individuals operating within the mainstream of society. In the long term, Literacy Partners is working to build an endowment to sustain the organization and to help us grow to a larger scale. Right now, we're working to triple the size and impact of our organization within 10 years. To achieve these goals, Literacy Partners needs greater private investment from corporations, foundations, and individuals. At Literacy Partners, we embrace a similar approach to adult literacy as other urban grassroots organizations. Although we are the only nationally accredited adult literacy program in New York City. Because we are able to receive public and private funds, Literacy Partners can be dedicated to scaling the organization to try and meet the growing needs for these services. Over 97 million adults in the U.S. can't read above a 5th grade level, yet this problem is often overlooked. Adult illiteracy is a hidden epidemic that impacts individuals, families, and communities existing largely on the margins of society. The inability to read and comprehend keeps millions of people from reaching their potential as parents and citizens, preventing them from participating fully in society. By helping to serve this population, Literacy Partners makes a positive impact on key social problems, including poverty, crime, welfare dependency, health, and financial illiteracy. Literacy Partners is effective because we're constantly increasing the quality and reach of our efforts. We always look for new ways to educate our students. Recently, we've been exploring web-based modalities to teach more students not only about computers themselves, but how to read and write using computer and internet technology. In 2011, Literacy Partners spearheaded PUSH, Partners United in Strengthening Harlem, a literacy zone located in Central Harlem. Literacy zones are a reform project developed by the New York State Education Department to provide a systemic focus on meeting the literacy needs of communities, from birth through adult. This is a complete approach to helping individuals and families gain access to services in the community. While Literacy Partners has been an active partner in Harlem for over a decade, this approach allows us to provide more access and better case management than ever before. Literacy Partners has an unmatched record of success in a full range of literacy programs that meet or exceed the accepted targets. For the last 9 years, we've adhered to a continuous improvement model that encompasses all aspects of our work, including fundraising, governance, program design and delivery, staff training, learning gains, and board effectiveness. With this consistent goal setting and tracking, we've been able to gather and analyze data to make informed decisions across all aspects of the organization. A quick example of this is in our approach to effective instruction. We gather baseline data to implement programs and services using research-based best practice models. Then we set targets for learning gains, measure progress, and document outcomes. This process allows us to disaggregate data and problem solve effectively. Being able to read a sign, sentence, or even a book is only one piece of the puzzle. What we do at Literacy Partners is provide a holistic approach to helping our students develop the skills and comprehension they need to function well within society. We focus on all aspects of learning, both academic and life skills. It's through this approach that we're able to make a real and lasting impact in the lives of our students. By teaching them how to read a prescription label or even how to set and follow a household budget, our students begin to understand that there is a way out of the margins and into the mainstream of society. Many of our students can't read their child's report card when they begin taking classes, let alone fill out a job application. You can easily see how this becomes an intergenerational problem. If parents don't have this knowledge or emphasize these skills prior to the child being in the 3rd grade, their children are at very high risk of failure to complete school, and by 3rd grade, the child is likely to not be reading at grade level. It is not uncommon to have 2 generations of a family pass through our doors. Literacy Partners has been a positive force in the battle against adult illiteracy in New York City for going on 40 years. Now that's an accomplishment. In that time, we've been able to greatly increase the size and scope of our programming and achieve a longevity that other organizations have not. What's more, we consistently meet and exceed federal and state targets, not just most year, but year after year. We put a huge amount of focus on outcomes for our students. For example, 94% of our students who desire to become involved in their children's education meet this goal. 88% of our students available for employment join the workforce. 92% of our students with a goal of obtaining the GED diploma do so. 100% of our students with a goal of attending post-secondary education accomplish their goal. Historically, we face 3 major issues when it comes to meeting the needs for adult literacy services. First is funding, plain and simple. Second is people power. To boost our impact within the community, we need more teachers. To attract and train more teachers, we need more money, which in turn reinforces issue number 1. The third is a more complex issue. Because adult illiteracy is a hidden epidemic, it's difficult to educate prospective donors and the community at large about the devastating financial impact illiteracy has on a community and on the economy. While most people will unfortunately know someone who has been affected by cancer, many will never know someone who is or admits to being illiterate. People go to great lengths to hide their illiteracy. It can often be difficult for prospective donors to understand the negative community impact illiteracy has on the lives of our students and their families. Yet low literacy skills do affect us all. Did you know that illiteracy costs American businesses over $60 billion in lost productivity each year? High levels of functional illiteracy are felt throughout our community, leading to multi-generational cycles of poverty, poor health, school failure, and higher tax burdens. Illiteracy cripples workforce retraining and undermines our national financial growth and productivity. At any given time, Literacy Partners has up to 400 people on the waiting list for our classes. With additional resources, our organization would be able to offer services to those on the wait list and beyond. We'd also expand our physical reach, ensuring that all 5 boroughs have at least one location serving their local community. One gap in our approach to fight adult illiteracy is the bridge between a GED, or high school equivalency diploma, and higher education. This, combined with additional job training, would help to permanently transition our students out of poverty.